Today in cannabis news, cannabis advocates in the state of Ohio experience a setback in campaign petition signature gathering. Kentucky lawmakers detail plans to push for statewide medical cannabis policy reforms this year. And cannabis advocates in the state of Wyoming experience a setback in campaign petition signature gathering and move plans to pursue statewide cannabis policy reforms to 2024. It's Wednesday, January 5th, and this is your Trichomes Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the Trichomes.com studios in Southern California, it's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose informed an organization aiming to legalize the possession and production of cannabis in the state that it had not gathered sufficient petition signatures to bring the subject before state legislators. According to Cleveland.com, the coalition to legalize marijuana like alcohol required about 133,000 petition signatures and came 13,062 signatures shy. Tom Herron, a representative for the organization, expressed confidence that the required signatures will be gathered prior to the deadline of January 14th. If the campaign effort is successful, Ohio legislators will have 4 months to determine whether or not to deliberate the subject. If legislators don't respond, the organization will be able to bring the matter to a statewide vote by collecting another 133,000 petition signatures. Adults 21 years or older would be able to purchase and carry up to 2.5 ounces or 71 grams of cannabis, as well as cultivate up to 6 plants per individual and 12 plants per home, according to the campaign.
Next up, Kentucky Democratic state lawmakers stated this week that medical cannabis legalization is among their primary policy objectives for the 2022 legislative session. Leaders of the majority parties in the state House and Senate outlined their priorities for 2022 at a news conference, emphasizing cannabis reforms as among numerous main concerns for the year, along with increasing healthcare, voting rights, authorizing sports wagering, and universal pre-kindergarten schooling. Another thing that enjoys widespread support among Kentuckians and is just long overdue is common sense cannabis laws. Senate Majority Leader Morgan McGarvey said, "We must go ahead and get medical marijuana passed in Kentucky this session." He also stated that thanks to federal funds and Kentucky's budget surplus, the state is in a position to pursue a range of goals, like entering the ranks of other U.S. states that have medical marijuana that can provide additional revenue to the Commonwealth. That's why we're pushing forward these priorities, because we think not only can it pass, it should pass. McGarvey said, "We want Kentucky to continue going on the right track."
Last up, advocates in Wyoming have said they've seen good development gathering signatures for a couple of ballot measures to decriminalize possession of cannabis and legalize medical cannabis statewide. However, they won't make the 2022 deadline, so they're shooting for 2024 while also urging the legislature to pass reforms forward earlier. The likelihood of bringing legalization and decriminalization to voters this year was made much more difficult by adverse weather, the continuing pandemic, and state authorities' delayed authorization of their petitions. With stringent criteria for citizen proposals, the ballot procedure in Wyoming is exceptionally demanding for campaigners. They would have required 41,776 petition signatures from eligible voters for each initiative by February to make the ballot in 2022. According to Bennett Sondeno of Wyoming Normal, campaigners have gathered 30% of the needed signatures, but they won't be able to meet the February deadline. So they're hoping to submit sufficient signatures by January 2023 to get on the ballot in 2024.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Tech and Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation, wherever you get your podcasts. For Trichomes.com, I'm RJ Baldick.
And I'm Devin Liao. Have a great day.